Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Vicky in the kitchen, and today we are showing you how to make this delicious flaky meat pie. Now without talking much, let's get right into the ingredients. You are going to use just a little oil in your pan and saute your onions until they are translucent. Once they are translucent, you'll begin to add your corned beef. I used a can of corned beef for this recipe. And in the beginning, I didn't use a lot of oil because there's so much oil in the corned beef already. And also there is enough salt in the corned beef. After 5 minutes of cooking the corned beef, I added my carrots and I gave it a quick stir and added cornstarch. Now the cornstarch is going to serve as a binder for the sauce. So you would add about a cup of water to it and let it cook under medium-low heat for 15 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes and my sauce is ready. I'm going to set this aside in a plate for it to cool down nicely whilst we continue. We are about making the pie dough. Over here, I'm sifting 4 cups of flour. Make sure you always sift your flour, okay, to get rid of unwanted particles. I also added a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And go ahead and add your cold margarine. I'm using 250 grams of margarine for this recipe. So the margarine is cold. I'm going to go in with my hands and just try to mix it in nicely until a breadcrumb like consistency is formed, okay, as you can see on your screens. Going forward, I'm adding a 1/3 cup of cold milk. Emphasis on the cold because we want our pie to be nice and flaky. After adding in the milk and mixing it nicely, you are going to add some cold water. Add it little by little like you are seeing here, and then let it form a dough, and then you can begin to knead it for a few seconds. Something to note is that pie dough shouldn't be overworked, okay? If you want it to have that flaky consistency, don't knead it for too long. Just knead it until everything comes together. Should be about 30 seconds to a minute. Then divide the dough into 2 and then pack them in your plastic wrap. Let them be in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes so that it can rest nicely. Our dough is back from the refrigerator. I'm going to divide it into 2. You can divide it into any number of workable sizes that you want. It could be also 4 pieces. So you are going to lightly flour your work surface and then begin to roll the dough. Lightly flour your rolling pin as well so that it doesn't stick, okay? You are going to roll this dough forward and back, okay? Don't roll it to and fro as though you are rolling bread. I know this can be difficult, but with pie, it helps the dough to have that consistency you are looking for. I cut circles with my container cover. You can use a saucepan cover, and you can see I'm patching this other one because it's had a hole in it. So I just cut it again, and then I had the perfect circle shape I was looking for. I then begin to add my filling, and also you want to brush the sides of the dough with water to help it to close and not open whilst baking in the oven. And also you are going to close the pie and use your fork to seal it, which also gives it a nice look, okay? Just like you are seeing it right now on the screen. So you would continue the process of making your pies until all your dough is finished, okay? I also got so many pies. I'm going to teach you how to bake pie on the gas stove as well, so please do pay attention and watch to the end of the video. So at the end of the day, I was done making the pies, but I had this excess dough and I didn't want it to go waste. So I still ended up using it as a pie. I made a mini pie. You can also do this to avoid waste of dough, okay? I'm going to go ahead and poke some holes on the pies because it prevents it from opening up whilst it's baking. And once that is done, I'm going to preheat my oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. I also broke one egg and I'm using that with my brush to brush the tops of the pie. That's what gives it that golden brown color when it's done baking. So after that, I went ahead to put it in my preheated oven and then I allowed it to bake. I'm also going to teach you how to use the stove. So this is my excess pie that I had. I'm going to bring my pan cover. I've greased it with margarine already, as you can see right here. And I'm going to put the pies in. So once that is done, I'm going to go to my stove and pour some salt under medium heat. Give it a stir and let it heat up for about 5 to 10 minutes. My pan has heated nicely. I'm going to put in the pies and let them bake until they are golden brown, okay? Be checking it from time to time, and then remember that this is medium-low heat at this point. And if you want it a bit brown, you can increase the heat a little. And after a few minutes, about 20 minutes, it was done, and look at how beautiful it's looking. And the one in the oven too was ready, and it was looking so beautiful. It was so flaky. Let me open one for you to see how gorgeous it's looking, and it was indeed delicious. So if you've watched up to this point and you've not subscribed yet, please do subscribe and give this video a like, and let's engage in the comment section. Let me know how you enjoyed this recipe as well. Till I post another video, remember God loves you and has a great plan for your life. Bye.